Hi there, welcome to the channel. If you want to watch a couple of old farts figure out how to become self-sufficient on a small 2.5 acre plot in southern Italy, stick around. You'll probably learn a lot from all the mistakes we're going to make along the way. We call it farming by error.
Well, that was a mistake. I let the chickens out forgetting you can't dig holes without them arriving in mass. Next row of corn going in. Okay, today's job, or one of them, sort out the irrigation for the next 4 rows of corn and get some more corn planted. I then need to start setting up the drip irrigation system for this tier 2. Get that all plumbed into the borehole so we can start watering here automatically for the rest of the irrigation system in the next few days. 3 tubes almost in. Andy's planting corn already. First lot didn't survive that well, but we'll see. We'll just backfill the empty spots with more pips. We've got plenty. Planting the last of the corn. Drip irrigation installed. Just have to now connect it up to the main system, which is what I'm doing at the moment. It's going to take a while. Okay, planted these leeks and onions months ago, and carrots and stuff here that just never seem to do anything. I think it's because the soil's just not good enough. So we're going to put a raised bed around and just backfill it with compost, see what they do. Hopefully they'll pick up. Time will tell. Mandy oiling the wood. Get that box for the onions and leeks sorted. Finish up the 4th box, and then we're just about done with that. And then it's time to move on to creating the beds in the hoop house. Get that all set up. We'll grow in summer without the plastic on because it gets too hot. Saves me another season of having to worry about ventilation. And then before winter sets in, we'll get it all covered up. Okay, that's the first repair of the first bed. Raised beds, we're just going to backfill it all with compost, see if those leeks and onions come back. We'll plant some new stuff down this end. Getting all the old potato bedding into a pile. Chickens can scratch through it. We'll mix it with compost, rejuvenate it. Okay, I've teed in over here from the main borehole feed, which I run all the way to the top of tier 2, so we've got a tap at the top there, and I'm tapping off here to put the control valves for the drip irrigation, etc. on tier 2. Got the main feed line in, manifolds in, it's under pressure, just got the tap off. Drip line for the whole of tier 2 is plumbed in, just got to get some fittings tomorrow to get the pressure regulator on it. Mandy's built another potato bed on this side. We've finished planting the corn and installed drip irrigation on all of those. That's plumbed in, ready to go. Should have that connected tomorrow. Got some more work to do to connect up pull the cable through to tier 2 for the control valves for the drip irrigation and spray irrigation. It's looking good. Need to cut the grass up here, which is a good thing because the compost bins are looking quite sorry for themselves. Got to crack on and make more. Okay, today we're going to finish up the tier 2 irrigation manifold, get the drip irrigation circuit connected so we can water the corn automatically. I've got to go back and collect more conduiting tomorrow morning, so I won't be able to get it automated until tomorrow. But that's the plan, just putting together the valve and the pressure regulator for the drip system, and then we'll hook it up and check it, make sure it works. Okay, so we have a few leaks. Let's get those sorted. Probably the O-rings in the manifold not seated properly. Get that sorted. Just waiting to pressurize the drip line, set the pressure 1.5 bar, and that should be that. Okay, extending the irrigation, automated irrigation circuit up to tier 2 and also into the greenhouse. We'll have some valves in there as well. So once that's all hooked up, I don't have to walk out the back to manually open any valves. Extend it from there to here, where I can tee off and run that along with the water feed into the hoop house. And now I'm going to extend from that box up to the manifold up in tier 2. Okay, conduits laid, cables all pulled, power and irrigation control to the hoop house, irrigation control up to tier 2. I'll do the connections tomorrow. I've had enough for today. And I've got 240 volt to this box here, so I'll tap into that, get that wired up. I'll just close it up for tonight.
Good morning, everyone, from a sunny Italy, southern Italy. Mandy watering the leeks and onions. Got to get the automatic irrigation sorted for here as well. Water potatoes by hand. Let's go and see how they're doing. Hopefully doing better. And you can hear me. It's a little bit windy, but we'll check when we edit. Quite a few potatoes have started coming up. Looking good. We've got to fill with more compost and soil, but we're busy making compost at the moment. So as they grow up, we'll start backfilling. Hopefully we get a lot of potatoes out of here. No tomatoes in here. Hopefully these recover. They weren't doing very well since we planted them, but I think it was soil deficiency. So we've created a raised bed and backfilled with compost and transplanted what was left in that bed that was looking sorry for itself. I think we've got a problem with, I don't know, mice or voles or whatever they call them, eating the roots, because all of our root vegetables that were in that bed were decimated from below. Let's go move over to the new raised beds that we built. Bit of bad news, all the tomato seedlings and cucumber seedlings that Mandy planted the other day, gone. Possibly they were a little bit too small to be planted. Didn't help that we got a bit of a cold spell straight after planting them, but they literally just vanished overnight. Mandy's planted more tomato seeds. I don't think they'll, looks like some of them might be coming up already. We'll keep an eye on that over the next few days and report back. Cucumbers were decimated as well, there's nothing left. Oh well, onwards and upwards, these things happen. Our garlic, however, is doing really well. This was the first batch we planted, and that was the second batch. Similar to the onions in the other beds, they've really sat here and did not much. So we've backfilled with more compost, and they've certainly picked up. So soil condition is a big factor. Who knew? Well, we're learning. From being complete city slickers to wanting a quiet life in the countryside to turning into, well, I don't know if you'd call us farmers yet, but we're trying. Strawberries, got more to plant, going to extend this bed. This lettuce grows well over here. The chickens keep eyeing it out, so we give them a lettuce every day to have a go at. These beds over here, the lettuce is not looking so good. It was looking great through winter when we had it covered with frost cloth, but then we opened it up, and I don't know, I suppose we've got to do a bit more investigating. The leaves all started going brown around the edges over there. A little bit disheartening, but hey, we are farming by error here. I guess we're going to learn a lot because we make lots of mistakes. Maybe you can learn something from us. In other words, how not to do something. Save yourself the heartache that we've been through. But hey, it's all part of the learning curve. And it's really enjoyable, to be honest. It's actually relaxing. Yeah, best thing we could have done. Hoop house is the next big project I need to finish. We're going to be doing some work on the beds in here over the next few days, get them prepped so we can actually plant in the hoop house before we cover in plastic, give it the benefit of a summer season growing, and then just before winter we'll cover it up, turn it into a greenhouse. Lots of work to do today. I've got to do some work on finishing this vegetable fence. We've got a whole lot of olive tree cuttings that Mandy's been cleaning up the trees, a little bit here, a little bit there. We'll get those all shredded and get the wood chip around the raised beds over there, stop the weeds and stop the soil running out from underneath because it's not on 100% flat ground. Not much going on here, everything dead. We're going to have to replant seedlings. Got some seeds going inside again. I don't know if it's just me or if everyone else just doesn't feel like working on a crappy day like this. I know I don't want to, but I have to. I've got the chicken coop to clean, give it a deep clean. Got a few issues with mites at the moment with the chickens that we've got to sort out.